Hey everyone, it's Chrissy Woods. Thank you so much, Bombshells, for tuning into this channel. So I have been asked, what are some great brushes for beginners? I always get asked about brushes. So today, this video is going to tell you everything you need to know about brushes, including how to use them, when to use them, and how to purchase them. So if you're interested in finding out anything about or everything about beginner brushes, then please continue to watch this video. Okay everyone, so I zoomed in just a little bit so you guys can see the brushes that we're going to be talking about. So today the brushes that we're talking about are actually the Dot Collection, and this is the 11-piece pink brush set, and it's from BH Cosmetics. Don't worry about trying to find it. I'm going to put a link down below so you can get straight to it, so don't even worry about it, okay? So the thing I love about these brushes are, for one, they come in this awesome case. This case is so handy for keeping up with all of your brushes, even though I lost one of mine. But we'll talk about that later. So this case is absolutely amazing. It's an actual brush case, so you don't want to throw this away. You want to keep this when you get your brushes. So let's just get started with all of the brushes that come in your case. They look like this. Some of mine are clean, some are dirty, because I use them all the time. This is my personal brush collection that I actually use. So let's go through all of these brushes and when you might use them. So your first brush. This one is actually your deluxe fan brush, and I'm going to look down because I want to give the exact names of the brushes and not what I call them. So I'm going to give the exact names of the brushes, and then I'll tell you how I use these brushes and why I think they're great for beginners. So this is the deluxe fan brush. This brush feels so good on the face, y'all. It's really soft, it's really fluffy. So this is when I use this brush is after I've done my concealer and I've set my concealer with my setting powder. You know how we go through the baking phase? So after everything is baked, I use this brush to dust off all of the excess powder that I put on my nose and underneath my eyes. This brush is excellent for that. Another way you can use this brush is to add your highlight. So when you want to get right there on that cheekbone, you want to put just a little bit of your highlighting powder, and you can dust it right on your cheekbones. You can dust it right down the bridge of your nose, a little bit on your chin, a little bit on your brow bone. This brush is perfect for that. So again, this is the deluxe fan brush. So next we have the powder brush. So your powder brush looks like this. It has a really nice domed top. There are no angles or anything like that. It's just a nice domed part, a domed top. It's very fluffy, as you can see. It's extremely soft and it's thick. It's an excellent brush. I use this brush on days, well really I use it every day. Whenever I'm just wearing a powder or whenever I'm setting my makeup with a powder, this is my all over brush that I put on my powder with. It feels really good on the skin. It covers a large area, and I mean it's just what it says. It's an amazing powder brush. So any of your powders, this is the brush that you want to pick up for that. And again, I feel like it's a perfect all over face powder brush. So your next brush is your angled blush brush. This one just tells you exactly what it is. It's a blush brush, but it has a nice angle. As you can see here, it goes up. I absolutely use this for blush, and it's great for, the reason I like the angle is great for getting right in those cheekbones areas right here. So I smile and I just kind of pat my blush on. I never really do the circles because I don't like really huge chunks of blush, so I usually just smile, and right where the apples of my cheeks are, and you can see my blush here, and I just pat my blush in. And again, this brush is perfect because of that angle. Now another thing you can also do with this blush, I keep saying blush. Another thing you can do with this brush is apply your highlight as well. You can dip it in your highlight, and because of that angle, it's great for getting right in those cheekbones and right down the bridge of your nose. So this brush, if I say blush one more time, this brush is an amazing brush for both highlighter and for your blush. So your next brush is your classic foundation brush. This brush is used for applying your foundation. So it's great for liquid foundation. It's great for the cream foundations. Again, it's not good for powder, of course, but again, we have our powder brush for that. So if you have a liquid or a cream foundation, I always do the dot method, I put 4 dots of my liquid foundation, or if I'm doing a cream foundation and I'm using my black opal sticks, I'll do, you know, my 4 little swatches right on my face, and then I'll take my flat foundation brush and I'll start to swipe it in and blend it in really good all over my face. So this is your all over foundation brush, and as you can see, it's very flat. It's great for liquids and it's great for creams. So this is an amazing brush for liquids and creams. Now another way you can use this brush is, if you choose not to use it for your foundations, or even if you do, you can also apply your concealer with it, because again, it's good with liquids and it's good with creams. So either one of your concealers, if you want to cover a large area, say you want to do your under eye with your concealer, this is great for applying your liquids and your cream concealers, because it can get right into those areas that you would want to conceal. So I would use it right under here as well. It's a great brush for that. So anyway, once again, it's really up to you how you choose to use these brushes, but they can be used interchangeably. So our next brush is going to be our tapered eyeshadow blending brush, and it looks like this. So this brush, it does have a domed head, but it's also very tapered on the inside, as you can see. So this brush is very fluffy. This is probably your, I'm gonna say, your most used brush. Yeah, I'm gonna go on record and say this is probably gonna be your most used brush. This is where you do all of the blending. This is where all the magic happens with this brush. This is your blending brush. So when you start to get those different eyeshadows and those different colors, that's when you get in there and you start blending. This is that brush that's going to take your eyeshadows from amateur to flawless, all because of blending. The beauty of this brush is it works whether it has product on it or not, because I don't have any product on this brush and I'm still blending my shadows. Let me zoom in. So there's no product on here and it still works because it blends shadows. It moves product. That's what this brush is supposed to do. Get this out of the way. This brush is designed to move product, and that's exactly what it does. It moves product. Now the beauty of your blending brush and all of your brushes is you don't want to hold them like a pencil. You want to hold them further away because you want to have more control, but at the same time you want it very fluid and loose. So if you notice, I hold my brush far away like such. And do you see that? It's working even with no product. So again, I'm going to go on record and say this is probably going to be your most used brush, and that's your blending brush. So our next brush is your classic eyeshadow brush. It's just a regular old brush that we use to apply our eyeshadow with. It's flat, as you can see. It kind of reminds you of your foundation brush, but it's just a lot smaller. Same concept, just smaller. Now the beauty of this brush is it can be used for liquids, it can be used for powders, and this brush can be wet, which is very good because when you're applying those shadows, if you want to do a matte shadow, you can pack it on. If you want to do a shimmer, you can wet your brush and you can dip it in that shimmer and put the eyeshadow on. You can also use this brush for pigments. So anything where you want to place and pack, and by pack I mean dipping the brush into some product and literally packing it on. This is not a blending brush. There's no windshield wiper movements going on with this brush. This is for patting and packing. And I'm going to zoom in again so you guys can see. So this brush is amazing for doing this. Placing shadow, placing product in place, and you're pushing it where you want it to go. Again, there isn't any blending going on with this brush. It's all about packing. Now the beauty of this brush again is because I said it can be wet, you can also apply your under eye concealer with this brush. Again, it reminds you of your foundation brush. It's just a lot smaller. I tend to do concealer with a larger brush because I want to cover a larger area. But say you just have small spots that you want to conceal, this brush is great for that because again, it can be used with wet or dry products. So So this is your, well, it's not your concealer brush. This is your classic eyeshadow brush, but you can use it as your concealer brush as well. Okay, so brush number 7. This is your small smudge brush. It's a very, very, very small brush. Zoom in. Very small brush, as you can see. It's very short and it's very stiff. This brush is amazing for under eye areas. So when we put on things like our eyeliner and you want to smudge that eyeliner out, that's what this brush is used for. It's good for moving product underneath your eyes or above your eye, because again, it's a small smudge brush. Drop my brushes. So right where you see that liner is right there, I can take this brush and I can smudge it out. And then also I can go in with an eyeshadow and I can do my smoke. I can smoke out that lower line with this small smudge brush. This brush is very important as well, and it's almost necessary if you want to do a smoky eye. And you see, that's the small smudge brush. Okay, so your next brush is going to be your angled shadow brush. Now I'm not sure how much you'll be using this brush, but I can tell you it is really, really good for something like a cut crease. So if you have like a look I'm wearing today, I'm wearing a cut crease today. So as you can see, well, get closer. As you can see there, I have a matte shadow on my lid, and then there's a darker color right here that I've cut my crease with, right? So I'm trying to keep my eyes shut. So this brush, as you can see, it has a nice angle. This brush will be good for applying that shadow to cut my crease with, right here. We go right where that darker color is, right there. You can actually do it with your eyes open as well. So it'll be good for moving product across your eye because of that angled shape. Let's see if I can zoom it in. And I'm sure you'll find other uses for this brush as well. You know, you'll just get to the point where you'll notice that there are certain brushes that have certain shapes and you can use them for different things. And you'll begin to learn to do that. But right now, I'm just giving you some ideas on how you could possibly use these brushes for right now. Okay, so your next brush is your flat eyeliner brush. Now, I know it says flat eyeliner brush. You don't have to necessarily use this brush just for eyeliner. And as you can see here, it does have a very flat top. And you can use it for eyeliner, but I'm going to tell you a really good way to use this brush is when you're cleaning up your brows. This brush, let's see. This brush is great for going right underneath with concealer and cleaning up your brows, because it's just stiff enough to do that. But then you can also use this brush to apply your liquid eyeliner here or your cream liner, and then you can also use this brush to apply it underneath. So any place where you need something very stiff and straight, you can use this brush. So I would recommend underneath my eyebrow to clean up my brows, my eyeliner or my lower lash line. And you can also use this to pack in color underneath here as well, to push that color in right on the lower lash line. So you'll find multiple reasons to use your brushes. So this brush is your lip brush. This brush is amazing for applying your lipsticks. Now, I can tell you, because you guys are not makeup artists, most of you would just be applying your lipstick from the tube. But as a makeup artist, you know, we can't do that for sanitary reasons. So what we do is we depot most of our lipsticks, and we will take some of the lipstick out and put it on a container, and we use this brush to apply the lip color very smooth and even to the lips. And it's better for sanitary reasons for our clients. Now, if you do have a problem with applying lipstick, this brush would help you. It helps to get it just a lot more neater. It helps you to get it right within those lines. So it's a great brush for applying lip color. And the last brush is the tapered eyeliner brush, which is the brush that I lost. Y'all, I've looked everywhere for that brush. So instead of an 11-piece brush set, I have a 10-piece brush set. So it's probably got mixed up with all my other brushes, so I'll have to find it. But it's basically a tapered eyeliner. Let me get one. So the brush will be similar to this one, and it will be great for applying a wing liner. And this is actually a BH Cosmetics brush too, so and it would just be great for creating that wing for your wing liner. Okay, so that's what this last brush is. So these are all you need to create a full face. As you can see, these brushes are amazing. They're easy to keep up with, and I didn't tell you guys the best part. They're only 20 bucks. Yeah, so the best part, they're only 20 bucks. They're $20. So click the link down below so you can go ahead and get your brushes, because all of the tutorials and all of the classes that I will be hosting, you just bring this along with you. You sit in front of your computer, you follow along, and you will have everything you need. And as you see me pick up a certain brush, and I'll start to call out the names of the brushes, and as you see me pick up the brush, you pick up the brush as well, and you can follow along with all of our tutorials and all of our courses. And as you can see, it's easy to carry. So I'm also going to film another video on how to clean your brushes, because these brushes need to be cleaned at least once a week to avoid bacteria getting into your skin, which in turn will cause breakouts. So I'll do an in-depth tutorial as well on how to clean your brushes. So I hope that you would click the link down below, get your brushes, and that way we can all be on the same page when we're doing our makeup courses. So once again, this one is from BH Cosmetics. The link will be down below. I'll also put it here, but the link is bit.ly/beginner brushes. It's bit.ly/beginner brushes, and you can get this entire set for only 20 bucks. It's normally $30, but now you can get it for 20 bucks. This is an excellent deal because you'll use these brushes over and over and over again. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. I'll be sure to get back with you and address you on any of the comments or questions that you may have. So I hope you find this video extremely helpful, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching, and make sure, if you haven't already, to subscribe to my YouTube channel, as well as to follow me on Instagram at Miss Chrissy Woods. Thanks again for watching, and I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.